Welcome to LVLup Interactive Video Game Museum. This is a short video tour around the space. So we are at the entrance right now. Here you buy the tickets, and behind the counter you can see a small shop. Some of those things are for sale, others are just for decoration. If you really need something specific, we will find it for you. We have a duck and a motorcycle for a long adventure, and a small children's corner, because not all of the children really need video games. Sometimes they just need some time with their Lego. And from here the museum starts. I will walk slowly. The first room is years 75 till 85. We're not very specific with our time periods due to the space constraints, but we're trying our best. There are a lot of interesting things on the shelves, a lot of equipment, like those old TVs. The first machine in our museum is the Spectrum. This is the newer model, 128K. We load the games from the tablet. And here on the table you can see tabletop consoles. We have a lot of them scattered around the museum. They all work. We just turn them off to prolong their life, and because they make really loud sounds. Next machine is Pong Clone, produced in Soviet Union, one of the first consoles made in Soviet Union, fully working. Took us half a year to make this one work. And of course, a lot of different equipment. On this shelf you can see a selection of Game & Watch consoles and Electronica consoles produced in Soviet Union. You can play all of them, they work. We just took out the batteries, because we really don't want to throw away bags of batteries constantly. So you can just ask us, and we will give you the battery, or even better, we will put the battery inside and give you the console. And here you can see original Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, WonderSwan, even Microvision. In the corner we have Famicom and a selection of classic games. Even the one and only Metal Gear. Mario Cement Factory, Pac-Man in the corner. It's a Pac-Man, but before becoming Pac-Man, he was a Pac-Man. Yeah, because of the jokes, they had to change the name. Selection of different consoles, like Radiola Video Pack or Intellivision. Here we have legendary Atari 2600, and right now there is a really bad, barely working copy of Pac-Man inside that has a long history. And you can see Space Invaders, Berserk, and other games are on the shelf. In the next room we have NES, with a selection of games, toys that were produced in Estonia by the factory Norma. This portable console, Mrs. Pac-Man. And here you can see a very cool radio produced in Soviet Union in Riga. Cassette Vision, that was sold in Japan and later in France. This is the French copy, and almost all of the games. Amstrad, Sega Master System. In Estonia almost no one knows this console, but there is something in it. like this Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. The arcade cabinet is of course fully illegal. It was made in post-Soviet times. I would say it looks really homemade and has a long history, traveling in different places in Estonia. Here we have Sky Roads, the second game produced in Estonia. First one was Cosmonaut, almost the same game, just with less colors. Simple gameplay, but a lot of fun. A very rare console, Vectrex, fully working. As you can see, it produces vector image and this interesting pseudo 3D graphic. The shelves are full of VHS tapes and other cool things, like those consoles, Atari 7800, Atari 1040 ST. Behind the glass we have Sega Game Gear and Atari Lynx. Both are working. You can play them with the batteries or even a power adapter. Dandy console, a Famicom Clone that was very popular in my childhood in Estonia. A lot of people remember this console and those yellow cartridges. This table is full of portables, like Game Boy Advance SP, Game Boy Advance that is connected to the portable screen, Game Boy Micro, Nintendo DS, DSi, PlayStation Vita, PSP. We have a lot of games, but we don't put them all here, otherwise we will lose a lot of games. Super Hang-On arcade. All the arcades are in the price. You don't have to put any additional coins inside of them. They're fully working. This is the main space of the museum. Here we have Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, first and second model here. Inside we have Sonic 3, that is inside of Sonic and Knuckles. A lot of games are scattered everywhere. You can just take them and play. Behind the glass we have selection of Mega Drive games and Super Nintendo games. And Super Nintendo. We have a Bomberman for 4 players, even 5 players. I think it's the only game on Super Nintendo for 5 players, and you can play that in the museum. Here we have Nintendo 64 with all of the classics. Then TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine. The console is so tiny, you can miss it. It's here. It uses game cards instead of CDs or cartridges. Unique machine. One more Super Nintendo and one more Mega Drive, but this one is with a CD drive. Sega CD, fully working with the games. All those posters were remade in Photoshop to bring back the colors. Here you can see PlayStation 1, the smaller model, PS1, and the original Xbox. This arcade is Sega Speed Basketball. It's really simple, but a lot of fun for all ages. We constantly fix it, so it takes us a lot of time to work on the arcades, but they do look really cool. As you can see, we have Wii U. It's very popular in the museum. Many people in Estonia never even understood that there was this console, Wii U. They thought that Wii U is just an add-on to the Wii console. Of course, Zelda, Breath of the Wild and Splatoon and Mario Maker, all of them are here. PlayStation 3 stand. It was broken, we fixed it. It works quite well. PlayStation 3, the fat original model. And in the corner there, you can play Flight Simulator on PlayStation 3 with a stick. In this blue box, we have at the moment Super Nintendo Mini, but we changed the consoles in the boxes. It can be something else later. Sega Dreamcast with Sonic Adventure 2. Behind the glass you can see we have Shenmue and original games for PlayStation 1 and some collector's editions and one more PSP there. PlayStation 2, the silver one, with the beautiful Bravia Sony TV. Thanks to component cable, the image quality is just perfect. And now we're going to our seminary space. Here you can see Xbox One. This is almost the technology of today. The Kinect sensor and other Xbox One copies, and even more Xbox 360s. Those are the first model, and almost all of them are dead. Because maybe you know that the first wave of Xbox 360 was badly made, and almost all of them died. So here we have a very unique machine called Ouya. At some point, gamers believed that this is the future of gaming, that this $100 console will fight against the big guys, and all of the indie developers will have their special platform. But in the end, the projects failed. But nevertheless, it's a great machine to have. And this is the biggest space in the museum that is open for visitors. Here we have seminars, events, parties. It's more like a chill-out space. There you can see a Wii with all those dancing, moving games, and projection TV. We have only one projection TV because the quality of the image on them is not so good. But for a Wii, it's the best solution because there is a projector inside. It projects the image to the mirror, and then you just see the reflection on the plastic screen. So it's really hard to destroy this TV. A billiard table, pool table, named Diplomat. It's very old. Another nice corner there. And here we have a Famicom Mini that came here from Tokyo. We constantly change the console here. Sometimes it's a NES Mini, SNES Mini. Now it's a Famicom Mini. Even on the kitchen we have really unique old school things from Soviet era. The funny part is that this guy works, and here you can see table football that was made to use indoors, outside, anywhere you want. It's from Italy and produced by Garlando. As I know, it's a pretty expensive table football. I cannot say the the year this was made, but it looks like it's even maybe 70s. If someone knows better, please tell me, because I really don't know. Here we have a PlayStation 4 stand, and with the playable demos, and even the full games can be played here if needed. A rock band, full set, drums, 2 guitars, and a microphone. This place is very popular because Rock Band, I think it's the game that will be played forever. We have a tiny arcade room. In Estonia it's really hard to get all those arcades and make them work. Few of those arcades are here for a long-term rent that we got for free. Others were bought thanks to our great partner, Arcade Legends, in France. They really helped us. All of the arcades are easy to play. You just push the button and the game starts. As you can see, all of them are Naomi systems. Crazy Taxi, Virtua Striker, Virtua Tennis, House of the Dead, and Virtua Fighter. Great games. And now we will get back to the main museum space. Oh, I forgot to mention that on the shelves here we have even more games that didn't fit into the shelves of the museum. Some original posters from PlayStation 2. And on the shelves, yeah, we have a lot of figurines from anime, thanks to one of our museum friends. It's great that we have all this support. People just bring their things to the museum, or sometimes sell for very cheap, so we can build this crazy space. So, Xbox 360 stand, and a tiny corner full of adventures, Nintendo GameCube with the classics, one more PlayStation 2 with DJ Hero. Those are Pokemon licensed. The TV is Disney Princess TV. It's quality. And in the corner, Sega Saturn. And even pretty okay selection of the games. In the corner you can see more boxes of Nintendo 64 games, working Nokia N-Gage phones, Legend of Zelda, and more cool stuff. And this is our racing corner. Here we have PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Two great games. One of them is Gran Turismo 6 and the other one is Forza Motorsport 3. Those games can be changed, of course. And two brand new wheels by Logitech. So, two play seats. One is for children, other one is more like for grown-ups. But of course, everything can be adjusted. On the second floor there we have a gallery with different exhibitions, and usually they're not even connected with video games. One more arcade, then licensed one with Metal Slug, a full corridor of Famiclones and other bad quality consoles, like this 80 games Mega Drive. That is really bad one. Terminator. Most of my friends in my childhood had those, and they still produce them in China up till this day. A little bit newer Famicom FC Compact, and Sega arcade stick, again from 80 games and really low quality. Why we have them? Well, because it's our history, really. We mostly played those consoles, and that's why it's important for us as a museum to remember them and all of those other models. And one more arcade. It has some problems at the moment, but one player is working. We will fix it, just need some time. A blue box inside. We have PlayStation Classic, Xbox 360 with Kinect sensor. Here you can dance, enough space for 2 people to jump around. A shelf full of PlayStation consoles and boxes. Old PC with Windows XP that is compatible with Diablo 2, Half-Life 2, Warcraft 3, all those PC classics. Because we should have at least one computer with video games. It's not only about the consoles. And here we have a selection of wheels. We have a lot of those. And the PlayStation 4 with the VR, with the games, a lot of stuff. And everywhere you can see those Skylanders figures scattered around the museum. So that's all for the moment. This is our museum. Thank you for your time. And if you want to support us, please like our social media, follow us everywhere, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will have more videos later. Thank you very much.